has been some time since Henry was let out of the tunnel. He was very proud of his smart new paint. He chose blue to look like Edward and Gordon. Henry was greeted warmly, which made him feel very comfortable. Most of the engines were very happy of Henry's return. Especially Gordon, when the two finally reunited. Needless to say, all of the engines were very happy that Henry was back on the railway and was put back in service. Well, almost all. Of course, in life, there are always haters. In this case, there were 3. 98462, 87546, and 76624 were all quite disgusted of Henry's return. But Henry never seemed to notice, or if he did, he simply didn't care. One day, Henry was resting on a siding. The local train was heavier than usual, so he was looking forward to getting a good rest before his next train. But then the 3 spiteful engines slid into the yard. They all surrounded Henry. The slyest of the bunch, 98462, pulled up. "Why, hello there," he said. Henry was surrounded by 3 spiteful engines. Can I help you?" he asked, confused. "Yes, but let us introduce ourselves first. I'm 98462. That's 87546. And the red engine is none other than the great 76624. Aren't we the most graceful engines you've ever seen?" "Oh, I know all about you," said Henry. "I heard all about you from Edward." "Oh, Edward. You mustn't believe everything that Steampot tells you." "Steampot?" said Henry. "That's exactly how he described you, a vicious steampot." "Oh, who cares about what Edward said? It's all about the big engines. He's just a little engine. What did Gordon say about us?" "Gordon said you're so non-existent to him, he would have literally no reason to bring you up in further conversations." "Oh, I'm sure he was just joking." "Anyway, we're here with a deal, an agreement for you." "What type of deal?" asked Henry. "How would you like to join our big engines group? We are going to bring this railway to its knees. This railway needs us. We don't need it. We are going to dominate, change, destroy in our own image. You're a prototype too, I believe. Cross between LNER A1 and an Atlantic. Join us, Henry. We will rule this railway." Henry stared into 98462's eyes. No thank you," he said. "I don't want to dominate a railway. I just want to pull trains. What type of idiot would want to dominate a railway of all things? Join us in the 90th century, 98462. Then Henry puffed away, laughing rudely. "Ugh, 98462, said 87546. "What are we going to do with the blue runt? Gordon's already hesitant of joining us. And now, him of all engines." "Don't fret, my dear brothers. We don't need him. We are only looking to recruit new members. But mark my words, he will pay for what he said to us. I'm going to teach him a lesson, and here's how we're going to do it." 98462 whispered his plan to his colleagues. "We'll do it tomorrow. Henry will look silly, and Gordon will be so heartbroken he'll come crawling to us. The three laughed as they puffed back to the sheds. It is Henry's job to pull the first train of the day. At first, he treated everyone with respect and was very, very gentle and kind to the coaches. But soon enough, things started to change. Henry started to loudly let off steam inside of the station and loudly blast his whistle before leaving. It frequently scared anyone that was close to him, but Henry would just laugh and puff away before anyone could call him back and say what a bad engine he was. Henry streamed down the line, pretending to be like Gordon. By the way that I'm going, I should take over the express, said Henry. Little did Henry realize that his behavior was being monitored by 98462, 87546, and 76624. One day, Edward, Gordon, and Henry were chatting in the sheds when 98462 barked in. Gordon, he said, stay away from him. You shouldn't want to talk to an engine like him. Gordon looked unfazed. What are you talking about, you Eleanor nutjob? Didn't you see him fly down the line, pretending to be you? It's so sad how desperate he is, wanting to pull a passenger train to look like you. Why else do you think that he chose the color blue over his spectacular Eleanor livery? To be like you. He wants to be you, Gordon. And soon enough, he's going to replace you and be the one to have you scrapped. 87546 chimed in. Yes, Gordon. I heard him just the other day saying how he should replace you as the NWR Express engine. How quaint. Gordon scoffed in disbelief, then looked over at Henry, who looked rather pale. Henry, said Gordon, that's not true, is it? Well, it's not exactly true, said Henry. But Gordon didn't let him finish. He shot him one disappointed look, then stormed out of the sheds, not forgetting to blow steam at Henry. Everyone watched Gordon calmly leave the sheds as he went to go spend the night at Tidmouth. 98462, 87546, and 76624 all smirked as they watched Gordon leave the sheds. Their plan was working just fine. Late that night, Gordon slunk into the sheds. He was glad it was partially empty. Thomas, Lady, and Eagle were all waiting for him with a confused look on their faces. Hello, Gordon, teased Thomas. What's the matter? You were afraid of the dark, so you came running to sleep with your little tank engine? But Gordon didn't answer. He was too cross. Hopefully one day Gordon will realize that it was all the troublesome trio's lies and tricks. But that's another story.